You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Happy Friday. Good to have you. Come on in. Today we're talking some Chilli Dog Motivation. Now, I know. It's a strange way to motivate and inspire you. It really is. I have a story about my mom and how she is motivated by chili dogs.
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost.
It is the Daily Boost. From motivationtomove.com, it's me, Scott Smith. Good to have you. A simple mission every single day, and I've done this now a long time. We are in about to wrap our 19th season of the podcast, and I spend, kind of funny, can I share something with you? May I just kind of, so we talk about mastery, right? Sometimes learning to do things and jumping in the door and getting things done and figuring out mastery. So let me give you something, an idea. And I tracked this morning in the past about 20 months, I think. It's 22 months, actually. In the past 22 months, I was tracking. I thought my area of focus is what I do here today. Face Your Passion coaching, that's what I do all the time, and my area of focus is there. So I said, well, mastery. How do we get mastery over this? How do we really understand a subject matter? In 22 months, I've done 13,200 minutes of group coaching calls. That's 220 hours, by the way. I have done over 1,000 hours of individual telephone calls in the past 22 months. That's a lot. 1,232 hours. That is 30 working weeks of doing what I do here and talking to people on the phone. Volumes of just insight coming from that. So I tell this to you because sometimes you'll listen to this and you'll listen to people talking like this and say, well, how do you get really a deep skill set? It's clinical hours, basically. Just put your butt in the game and go do it. So whatever you want to do next year, just decide. And how did I get there? Did I start right away? No, just said, hey, I got an idea. Let's go coach some people. Boom, started doing it. And look at that. 1,300 hours almost. Crazy stuff. All right, yesterday, I promised you a question. Let me give it to you right now. This was a group of people I've worked with in those 22 months, a couple of days a week, and gotten to know them really well. I had some really deep conversations, and they know me well. And my job as a facilitator, as a guide during these coaching calls I do, is to make it so that they're always stimulated. They feel like they're part of a group. They learn a little bit, and to surprise them a little bit. And that's my job. And if I can do that well, I can move them and motivate them into the next levels of what they want to do. So it's really part of what I do. It's an expertise I've developed over the years, and I think I do pretty well. So today, during the call, at the very end of it, kind of a year-end wrap-up call, I had a question. I told you yesterday that I was going to be singing, that my daughter's going to teach me to sing. And so I said to my guys, I said, hey, next year, what's the thing that you're going to do it doesn't have to be out of character, but something so big and out there, like if you did it, it would just change everything. It would have such a big impact on you that it would maybe change your character. What is that? Like the singing thing to me is so different for me. For some people, it's just like getting out of bed and talking. For me, it's really way out there. And they didn't know what to say. We sat there for the next 15 minutes talking about the fact they didn't know what to say. They didn't have an answer. They couldn't access it. And it blew my mind because I have a group called Face Your Passion. Face Your Passion. The word says face for a reason. Figure out what fires you up and go do it. But it doesn't have to be fancy. It's singing, for God's sake. I call it that for a reason. It's not about the passion. It is about you turning into it and facing it. So what is that for you next year? What is this thing that's lingering down inside that, you know what, if I just stepped out of my comfort zone, went and did this, or something I've been thinking about for a long time, if I just said, you know what, it's time. A gentleman on the call today said, I want to book a whitewater rafting trip down the Grand Canyon. I said, well, you can do that with a phone call and a credit card. He said, yeah, I need to find a group to go to. I said, everybody on the call, raise your hand if you want to go with them. We all raised our hand. Boom, done. Let's go do it. That's it. It's that easy. All right, I want to share that with you because that's some insight there. This is people that pay me money. It's how I earn my living. It's how I pay for my house. It's how I pay for motorcycles and stuff. So this is insight that you don't get sometimes because you're not on those calls. And you should be. You'll have the chance soon. I'll let you know about that. Okay. My mom, she is almost 94. Yeah, she wears some adult diapers and she likes it that way, which I find really weird. She's like, you can tell anybody, I don't care. I'm almost 94. I can wear diapers if I want to. By the way, I don't have to get up that much. I can stay in my chair all day long. It's like, Mom, don't even talk like that to me. My mom is almost 94. Nobody told her that. She doesn't know or care. It doesn't mean that I don't know, especially when my sister calls me. My sister texts me. She'll send me a text. I get so upset at this. Send me a text. It's about Mom. Call me. I'm like, don't say that. When your mom is almost 94 years old and you send me a text, what you say is, Mom's okay, and call me. And that's what you say. You don't say, it's about Mom, because, oh no, she's dead. If you're a person of a certain age, I'm guessing you may have had those heart-thumping moments. You probably have, right? More than a few times, probably. If you haven't, you will. It's coming.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the match day spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish! Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
So it turns out this was a couple years ago. My mom had fallen and she couldn't get up. Yeah, she went to the vet. She took her cat to the vet. She's not supposed to do that. She drove over there and took her cat without any help. And she's older at the time. It's a couple years back, almost 90. And she fell down on the ground, and the paramedics were on the way to take care of Mom and fix her. Now, she ended up having to get her hip replaced. That's what she did. Now, my mom and I have that in common. She broke her hip by falling. I simply wore my hip out, and they said, what you been doing all your life? I said, you don't want to know. Jumping out of airplanes, all kinds of crazy stuff. Fortunately, she had a positive attitude, right? She took care of herself. She's a very independent person. She passed some of that on to me a little bit, maybe more than she should have. Had a lot of good luck along the way. Yeah, everything worked out okay for her. So she's in the hospital for a couple of weeks, getting herself grounded, getting herself ready to go. And she decided that, well, she had to get out now. So I'm talking to my mom one time on the phone, and you can tell I'm the child of my mom. Her words, here they are. You ready? Well, I guess I needed a new adventure. I just wish I had finished cleaning my house. That's my mom at almost 94. In the hospital. I guess I needed a new adventure. I just wish I finished cleaning my house. It's not all bad, though. I don't have to cook for a couple of weeks. And I like hospital food. And they do the dishes. I should have recorded it. This is what she said. I did write it down. Then she told me, she went on to say, I put in a request. So what's that, Mom? She says, well, I want that same cute physical therapist that was here yesterday. I want him to come to my house. He's cute.
I might need to get my hair done. Do physical therapists give baths? Like, I'm on a speakerphone. My wife is hearing this stuff. My mom's saying this to me. What an attitude, right? Most people on that age, she's just perfectly content to live to be 100. Doesn't really matter what happens. She's going to be upbeat. She's going to be motivated. She saw an adventure of going to the hospital. And the one that got my attention the most, she said, this really threw my plans off. I'm thinking, okay, what? You didn't get your house clean? What? I mean, come on. I know the world's a little smaller when you're in the 90s, but come on, man. And she said, it really threw my plans off. I was on my way to Hardee's, a fast food restaurant, right? To get a chili dog. I known for years my mom loves Hardee's chili dogs. She has been known to, when you don't watch her, to end up in the Hardee's parking lot. She goes through the drive-thru, get a couple chili dogs. She just sit there in the parking lot eating chili dogs. I've known this forever. That and Arby's. Loves those chili dogs, though. And she said, the first thing I'm going to do when I get out of here, I'm going to get myself a chili dog. Huh. And yes, she was released. And my sister picked her up to take her home from the hospital, but not before stopping to get a chili dog. Rehab was going to wait at home because the girl had to have her priorities. She needed her chili dog. So what's the lesson here? Pay attention to what drives you. Pay attention to what you do, the things that naturally you do. This is silly, but she was totally serious. It was this little itty-bitty thing that was driving her whole attitude and all her actions and everything else. It kept her in a positive, upbeat state, and she's just chasing down a damn chili dog. And still does it to this. We send her Hardee's gift cards because she wants to go eat chili dogs. Pay attention to what you're naturally driving yourself to do. It's probably what's giving you the most joy. And I will even go so far as to say right now, that some of the stuff you're naturally doing that you know you shouldn't be doing is probably giving you the most pain. And what you're doing is you're avoiding what will actually give you the pleasure. So if you want to live long and prosper, very Spockian there, eat more chili dogs, or your version of it. All right. And yes, by the way, she did get the physical therapist. I don't want to hear the stories. I just know she enjoyed it. Hey, listen, have a great weekend. And if you're off for the holidays, get ready for a good Merry Christmas. We'll be here next week. I will record it. I'll be here as I am every single day. I hope you have some time to spend some time with me. I'll see you then.